You to take me like you just did a bit, like that drunken love cosmic shit that makes the ether blush. Spoil myself with the soft flicks of your tongue as my body quickens with ecstasy. My mind inside yours, our rhythm in sync, our breath heavy, laced with my best in affirmations. You are a God, you make my heart.
Welcome in.
Tell me what you want, my answer.
I'm still learning how to work this thing, so give me a minute. How you doing? How was your day? Hello, welcome in. I don't know how this is working. I guess we ain't gonna have no sound effects today. I don't know, child. What's up, y'all? Welcome in. It's not letting me get out of that either. Oh, well. Anyways, welcome to the live, y'all. What's up? My name is Deech Lynn, and we are in for a really exciting conversation on today, okay? I'm frustrated, y'all. I'm frustrated. Hey, Ricky, welcome in. I'm a little frustrated, y'all, about the gender wars. I just can't take it no more. Every platform I go to, every page I turn to, all I see is our people arguing, and I can't take it. So instead of being a part of the problem, I am going to be a part of the solution. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Welcome in, Ricky. Uh-oh. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm still learning how to work all my buttons, okay? Anyways, y'all. I'm tired, all right? So this is not going to be a cute little both sides matter pep talk. This is going to be a mirror, a map, and a little bit of fire, okay? Because over here at Flame Your Love Space, I teach people how to create better intimacy in their relationships so that they can flame their love space. And by flame, I mean find love and make it exciting. We will not be participating in no gender wars. However, I wanted to get to the bottom of this because, y'all, if I flip through one more Clubhouse, one more TT, one more whatever it is, and it just breaks my heart to see our people going at it like this. Y'all calling out females calling out men, but ain't nobody getting to the bottom of the situation. And to be honest, looking at the situation from a professional CBT background, you guys, some of y'all, not all of y'all, so please don't come in here and think I'm talking about you. If the shoe don't fit, do not strap it up and wear it. If it don't fit, you know the rest. Anyways, moving on. If you're here, if you coming, if you listening, please make sure you tap the screen. I am new to going live, and I definitely am here to be successful on this app. And I'm tired of tapping my own screen. That laughter was late as hell, wasn't it? Anyways, y'all. So I'm here for add my active followers. Oh, okay. Well, I don't have no active followers yet, but when I do, I'm gonna add some moderators. So, Ricky, I see you're here. Do me a favor. Let me know where you're chiming in from. I might want to come visit the state. Okay, the state. Anyway, again, This is not both sides matter. We're going to look at this from a scientific CBT perspective with a little bit of magic of science pulled into this so you guys can change your perspective about what is really going on. And it's 5 parts to this, so I would suggest that you take some time to grab a pen and a piece of paper, okay? Because you're really going to want to know this. So let's open this up with some truth. Men versus women, particularly our brown melanated men and women, y'all. This is who I'm here for, because I go to other rooms and I don't see the other folks, our kin folks, attacking each other like we be attacking. I don't see it. I go in there on purpose just to make sure that I'm right about what I'm talking about, but we seem to be the only ones going through this. And it's blowing my mind. So the gender war, nobody wins. And we're going to open up with a little bit of truth. So this isn't really a gender war. It's a wound war. Okay. WOND. It's a wound war. And everybody's out here bleeding all over people who did not cut them. Okay. We don't want to do that. So what you think you fighting versus what's actually happening. That's what we're going to deal with today on Flame Your Love Safe. So please tap the screen. Okay, Ricky, I see you join. Go ahead and tap. Okay, it's free, y'all. And it does help other people know that I'm talking about something without screaming, hollering, calling B's and N's and all the other things that I've been hearing going on in these streets. Funny, not funny. Okay, it's not funny. What's really going on? So on the surface, this is what y'all saying. Men ain't stepping up. Women are too masculine. No one respects each other anymore. And dating is trash. Is that not what I'm hearing? I can't stand it. So men ain't stepping up. Okay. Women too masculine. No one respects each other anymore. And dating is trash. But what's underneath all of that? You got to look at what's underneath all of that. That's surface level. We're trying to get to the nitty gritty. And the only way to get to the nitty gritty, hey, Bryant, welcome in. The only way you're going to get to the nitty gritty is to be brutally honest and transparent with what the hell is really going on in these gender wars. Hello, welcome in. So underneath, you've got abandonment wounds. Some of y'all out here been hurt in y'all's relationships, left, don't know why. Abandonment issues, okay? Wounds, struggles, power struggles. Y'all, we are not in competition with each other when we are relating. We are supposed to be complementing each other. Partnerships, and y'all hate that word, but look up the definition of a partnership and come at me. Get back with me, okay? Just go out real quick and see what identity confusion. I'm in rooms where y'all got so many damn labels. I don't know what's who, where's who, if, we, she, they, them, this, that. Listen, y'all, keep it simple, stupid, okay? Some of y'all walking around with generational trauma and is dressed up in a cute Instagram language, okay? And then you sprinkle in history, systemic stress, cultural narratives. Oh my God. Now you got a full-blown emotional WWE match. I'm not here for it. Welcome in, Danielle. Now, we are not about to stay shallow in this conversation. It's about to get deep. And we're gonna feel it, we're gonna flame it, and we're gonna free it. Okay? And that's it. Feel it, frame it, flame it, and free it. Okay? Because first you gotta identify what the hell is really going on. And a lot of y'all ain't digging deep enough. It's surface level. The things that I talked about earlier. You got to get to the root. A lot of the abandonment issues and the conflict of interest and the identity issues are symptoms of a deeper situation. Okay? So what I would tell you, welcome in everybody. I see you. What I would tell you is what you hate in the opposite sex is often what you've disowned in yourself. And please excuse my doggy. Someone's coming in and she likes to bark. Okay. Just pay attention. Stay focused. Okay. Tap the screen if you need to. It might help you stay focused. I'm just saying. Scientifically and psychologically speaking, what you hate in the opposite sex is often what you've disowned in yourself. Ooh, I know. Breathe, y'all. Breathe. Sit with that for just a moment. Okay? Sit with that for just a moment. Men out here calling women too aggressive might be disconnected from their own assertiveness or feeling powerless. Women out here calling men emotionally unavailable, and okay, some of them are, and some women are emotionally available too. What we have to remember in these dynamics is that this stuff is showing up consistently in your relationships. Then you need to dig a little deeper, go a little bit further. You got to name it. You got to define what is going on in your relationships, or you are not going to ever be able to fix it. Okay. You can't just be sugarcoating it with words that you done heard people throw out like gaslight and narcissist if you do not know what they mean. Okay. You got to understand what things mean. You can't just be out here showing, saying things all willy nilly and you have no idea what you're talking about. So, women calling men emotionally unavailable. They might be uncomfortable with their own vulnerability or have been burned so bad that now they all armored up. They got walls up. They ain't letting nobody love them. They don't trust nobody. All of those things. This is shadow work, not a gender debate. Okay? These people out here ain't doing their work. Those are things, the shadow work are things that you don't post up here on social media, that you don't talk openly about. All of those nuances that make our relationships complicated. That is the shadow work. Ain't nobody out here talking about, okay, I'm insecure. Ain't nobody out here talking about, yeah, I think all men are dogs. No one's out here talking about that because that is their shadow. Okay. This is shadow work, not a gender debate. Okay. Moving on. This shadow is running the show. Now, let's name it. The masculine shadow, okay? This can show up in men and women. Control issues, emotional shutdown, dominance without responsibility. I've been hearing a lot of dominance lately. A lot. Welcome in, y'all. I see you. Thank you for joining my live. Can you at least tap the screen at least 10 times before you leave? That would help me out just a lot. It would help people know that I'm here. Hey, Lily. So the masculine shadow, this shows up in men and women. Guys, okay, you are masculine. Ladies, we do have masculine energy, okay? See a woman at her job and she the boss. She's in her masculine energy, okay? See a woman who's a little pissed off and she popping off. She's in her masculine energy. We both have that. We have both of them, okay? They show up like control issues, emotional shutdown for those of y'all who came in a little late, dominance without responsibility, and ego over accountability. Ego over accountability. So listen, you guys, I do have a flash goal. If you choose to participate, great. If you don't choose to participate, that's fine as well. Welcome in, Dandy. Now, let's get into the feminine shadow. Again, this is in men and women, okay? We both can carry these shadows. It's not gender specific. Remember, this isn't a gender war. It's a wound war. We get into the nitty gritty because this is Flame Your Love Space. And we're here, we get down to truth so that love can flourish. So the feminine shadow can look something like this. Manipulation, emotional chaos, victim identity, and validation addiction. Okay? Validation addiction. And I'm not talking about women who are comfortable in their skin and they post pictures of themselves because they are loved with their body and y'all just are judging them. I ain't talking about that. I'm just saying. So when melanated men and women clash, it's not men versus women, y'all. It's unhealed masculine energy versus unhealed feminine energy. Yeah, I know, I know. I'm gonna say that again for the people in the back that have a hard time with the truth. It's not men versus women. It's unhealed masculine energy versus unhealed feminine energy. And I told you that each gender contains both energies. So stop acting confused. Now, your thoughts are fueling this war. What you think about a man, what you think about a woman, that is what's fueling this so-called war. So let's think about this using our brains. So we're going to get into a little bit of cognitive behavior. What's really going on in the mind? What's up, C-Bub? Welcome in. So let's get into our brains for a second, because that's what I do. Here's some of the common thought distortions. All men cheat. All women want money. That is an overgeneralization. Do y'all hear me? Overgeneralization. If I promise you, you can scroll through these TT streets right now and you will pull up on a live. What's up, Maybach? What's the name? You gonna pull up on a live where you're gonna hear comments that say things like, y'all women out here doing this. All women out here do that. Most women do this. I'm talking, that's a overgeneralization. Everybody is different. Do we have similarities in how we relate? Yes, because we were born into a society that dictated to us how we supposed to be and how we supposed to live and how we are supposed to relate. Forget all of that. It's not men versus women. All men don't cheat and all women don't want money. That is an overgeneralization. That's your first vocabulary word of the day. I told y'all, I'm here to teach, not argue. So no, babe, you dated 3 people with the same red flags because you didn't update your pattern recognition. A lot of y'all see these patterns going on in your relationships and you just be like, oh, it's okay. Or you see the same thing happening over and over again in your relationships and you still go back. Why? Because you have not dealt with the unhealed trauma in your life. That's it. That's all. That's why you keep going back. It's not the men. It's not the women, boo-boo. It's you. Okay? It's you. Put that where you want it. So, another thing that can happen is mind reading. He don't care, or she just using me. How you know? Did they tell you they didn't care? What receipts do you have? Because when you're dealing with the root of the problem, when you really want to get down to the nitty gritty of it, and you really want to flame your love space, you got to tell the truth. It's facts over feelings. What facts do you have to prove that this person is using you? If you have the facts, present the facts. If they using you, then you make a decision based on your facts, not your feelings. Feelings are fleeting. However, feelings are like your GPS. If something feels a little off, trust your intuition, understand the feeling, name the feeling that you have, sit with yourself in that feeling and listen to what yourself is going to tell you, because yourself going to talk to you. It's going to talk to you. So you didn't ask if they cared. You assumed. You didn't ask if that person was using you, but 9 times out of 10, if you go up to somebody and be like, hey, is you using me? They're not going to answer you. What's up, Hebrew? Welcome. But you didn't ask. You just assumed, and then you reacted to your assumption like it was a fact. Remember, thank you for the gifts. I appreciate you. Remember, I said facts over feelings, okay? And a fact is a fact until somebody can prove it wrong with receipts. That's life, okay? Moving on. 3, emotional reasoning. I hope y'all are writing this down because I know your attention spans are about the size of a gnat's booty. I'm sorry, I forgot to be. I was going live. Anyway, emotional reasoning. I feel disrespected, so he must be disrespecting me. I feel disrespected, so he must be disrespecting me. And again, this is for men and for women, y'all. Okay? This is for men and for women. I appreciate you, Hebrew. I appreciate y'all for being in the building. So listen, Okay. Or you're triggered now. Okay. Those are not the same thing. Okay. So here's a reframe. This is the best part of the CBT mindset. There's always a reframe for your stinking thinking. A reframe is simply a placement of words that lands in the body a whole lot easier than you talking trash. Okay. It's what it is. It's a reframe. You are reprogramming your brain to think something differently. Once you think differently, you're going to act differently. When you act differently, your behavior changes. It sounds real simple, don't it? Nope, it ain't. Because if you look up and down these streets, you're going to see people arguing back and forth about who right, who this, who that. It is not about that. This is a wound war, not a gender war. So here's my CBT reframe exercise, flame style. So the next time you feel activated, triggered, bothered, pop, whatever, like you about to explode, all of that's what activated means. Okay, the next time you feel activated, this is what you gonna do. What's up, Jay? Showing up to my live. Tap the screen for me if you choose, if you feel so inclined to help me be successful on this app. Do the things. Okay, so now you feel activated, triggered, whatever word you want to put there. All right. So, okay, the community just teared up. Okay. I don't know what that means, but I guess it's good. Thank you for the roses. I love roses. They smell so sweet. So, the next time you feel activated, what you gonna, just 4 things. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. For those of y'all who might be Spanish speaking, now that's all I know. That's all I know. Anyway, so the next time you feel activated, what story am I telling myself right now? Okay, that's number 1. What's up, Trails, man? I appreciate you. Number 2, what actual evidence do I have? Remember I said earlier, facts over feelings. What receipts do you actually have to make this true? That's the first thing that you need to be asking yourself. What's up, Latricia? I think that's what it said. If I messed up your name, I'm sorry. Welcome in, girl. What else could be true? Okay, for example, you see your pastor, and you walking down the street, you see your pastor, and you see a woman in the car with your pastor that ain't the first lady. Instead of having some stinking thinking and immediately saying, look at the pastor. He always up there preaching, talking about no fornication. That ain't his first lady. That ain't his first lady. You don't know. Maybe he picked the girl up because she was walking and he gave her a ride. You don't know. What's the facts over what you thinking? And then you go out and project that stuff over to other people. And now your pastor got a reputation for being a womanizer. And he was just giving somebody a ride. I know that's a silly example, but we do these things to our babes, our boos, our lovers all the time. You didn't ask. Okay, moving on. Do you have actual evidence? We talked about that. What else could be true? We talked about that because we hear this all the time. 2, 3, 4, 5 different things can be true at the same time. Am I reacting to this person or my past? Ooh. Y'all okay? Am I reacting to this person or my past? Thank you for liking the live. If you skip these questions, you ain't dating, boo. You're projecting. Wow. Yep. Look that word up because a lot of y'all, this for some of y'all, not for all of y'all. Y'all are misusing the words because you don't understand the language. You haven't looked the word up. You just heard it and was like, oh, projecting sound cute. I'm going to use that. Yes, y'all do. Y'all do it. Look these words up. This is why I'm telling you, you need a pen and a piece of paper when you come over to this live. I'm not for the drama. I'm not for the BS belief system. If it's not in alignment with a healthy relationship. Now, moving on. This is the cultural layer that nobody want to talk about. But guess what? I will. Melanated relationships carry extra weight. Historical emasculation of men, forced hyper independence in women, survival based relationship models, and distrust passed down like grandma's recipes. Now listen, so now you got men trying to reclaim power, women trying to protect peace, and both are doing it defensively. Okay? We defensive. Put that where you want it. I love y'all, okay? What's up, Lawrence? Oh, Lawrence gone, child. Quick. He was like, I'm not having no parts of that. I seen Gender Wars. I'm out. That's okay, boo. It's all right. That's not what's going on here. So both parties are being defensive because they're bleeding all over everywhere. They have unhealed trauma, haven't addressed the real issue, and now we here, okay? This is why it feels like if I don't guard myself, I lose. All right? What's going on? Ooh, great. I can't see y'all's name. Hey, welcome in. Okay? So it feels like if I don't guard myself, I lose. We always in survival mode. When we don't deal with the real issues in our relationships and we have all these projections, it immediately puts us, our minds, in a state of fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. Every time. So I don't know where you land. I don't know if you a freezer, a fighter. What's up, Derek? I don't know what you do. I'm on virtual. I can't see you and I'm not in your life. But I know, because I study and I read, that these situations put us in this mindset. And when we're in fight, flight, freeze, or fawn, our brains do not have the capability to stay focused. We don't make the best decisions. We project, we gaslight, all of the things because we're not regulated. Okay? So here's the problem. I'm all about building intimacy here. Intimacy is my jam and it matters. Without intimacy, you will not be able to build a healthy relationship. You cannot build intimacy from a guarded stance, okay? You can build control. You can build situationships. You can build emotional stablemates, but not love. I'm just saying. And I'm going to tap my own screen for that. And if you've been sitting up here on this live for longer than 5 minutes and you ain't tapped my screen, why are you here? I'm just saying. I mean, y'all know how this works and it's different. Never mind. I ain't going to even do that. If you want to tap. If you don't, that's on you. Anywho, let's get real about accountability. Now, this is to my men. This is to masculine. Leadership is not dominance, y'all. It's consistency, emotional presence, and integrity when nobody's clapping. Like, ain't nobody gonna always tell you doing a good job because you took the trash out, bro. And that's okay. Listen, if you want respect, be respectable, not just loud about it. And I swear, that's all I hear is men on these social apps yelling and screaming at other women and then telling them, why can't you shut up? Because you yelling at me. Now I'm defensive. Now I'm feeling like I need to protect myself. Hey, Spud. Because you yelling and you're aggressive. You a man. So our bodies respond to a threat before our minds understand what it is. And as a woman, if there's a man yelling, screaming, cutting us off, calling us bees, calling us whatever, calling us out our name, telling us to shut up, we're going to be defensive. We are energy people. We exchange energy all the time. Our energy fields literally are about 15 inches or feet or whatever. I don't know. It's feet. I don't know. It's come out our body, okay? I don't know all the scientific stats, but it does. It exudes from your body. Your energy comes, people can feel it. That's why sometimes people walk into a room, the room gets silent, or they feel uncomfortable, whatever. We have energy, okay? So if you loud and you aggressive, you're going to probably get that same kind of energy back. I'm just saying, put that where you want it. So if you want respect, you got to be respectable, not just loud about, oh, you going to respect me? No, I'm not. Not if you talking to me like that. If you give respect, you going to get respect. All right, to my ladies. Where my ladies at? Where my ladies at? Hey, To the ladies, independence is not immunity, okay? You still need softness, receptivity, meaning you got to give back what you give to, you know what I'm saying? Give what you get. And emotional availability. You got to be emotionally available if you want somebody to be available back. It's a give and take, a give and take. It is a literal exchange of energy, okay? If nobody can reach you, baby, nobody can love you. I'm just saying. Now, to men and women together. All right. I love all of y'all. Okay. I love who love me. So if you love me, I love you. All right. So you don't get to demand what you're not embodying. Woo! Lord, I'm going to read that again for the people in the back. You don't get to demand what you're not embodying. You don't. You don't. How you? That sounds silly, don't it? Moving on. What's up, Spud? Now we gonna get into some juicy stuff talking about the anima and the animus, okay? Anima and the animus, okay? That is basically feminine energy and masculine energy with a fancy psychological, sciencey name behind it, okay? Science is really cool. So Carl Jung is one of the greatest philosophers of his time, okay? And I love him. I love his work, and I integrate his work into my lessons. So this is what he talked about, the anima and the animus. The feminine energy inside of men, that is the anima. Feminine energy inside men. Yeah, I said it. Y'all have feminine energy. And not feminine energy like I'm saying that y'all are for the other side. And listen, whoever you choose to love, ain't none of my business. I'm not here to convince or condone anybody on their relationship. I think love should not be put in a box. I don't have no judgment for you. But as it's described psychologically, the anima is the feminine energy inside men. So, of course, the opposite is the animus, which is the masculine energy inside women. Okay, you got that? Anima, animus. Great, moving on. When these things are undeveloped, this is what happens. Men fear emotions. That equals disconnect. Women distrust structure. That equals control. But when they come together, what'd I do? Oh, okay. So I'm sorry, y'all. I pushed the wrong button. But when they come together, when they are integrated. So in science, in psychology, it's called integration. Okay. So, but it's just basically putting folks together that's supposed to be together. What's up, Chris? Fat. Oh Lord, that's your name, girl. Her name is Fat Coochie. Oh, okay, girl. Okay, put that where you want it. Okay, so I bet you get a lot of respect. I don't know. I'm just saying, with a name like that, girl, you probably inviting a lot of drama to your page. But I ain't judging. I'm just saying that's a really interesting name. You brave. I bet you get a lot of DMs. Anyway, when they come together, men become emotionally intelligent leaders. Women become grounded, intuitive partners. And hey, Chris, hey. Did y'all hear that? I mean, what's up, King? Just King, welcome in. Thank you for joining my live. So listen, when they come together, I'm going to repeat that because I think this is very important. When we come together, men and women, intelligently and healed or healing, because you don't just heal one time and it's not. Healing is a lifelong process, because trust me, once you heal from one thing, it's going to be something else to pop up. I'm just saying. But as you grow and as you learn and educate yourself about you first and educate yourself about your partner, it becomes easier and you have less and less and less of these types of dynamics. So when they become integrated, men become emotionally intelligent leaders and women become grounded, intuitive partners. That's great. That's what we're working for, okay? And that's when you flame your love space. That is when attraction becomes alignment instead of tension. I love that for us. Now, why does this war feel addictive? Yeah, I said it. It's got to be addicting because that's all the hell y'all are talking about. Everywhere I go, I hear arguing between us. Y'all, it's addictive. This is what conflict actually gives your brain. Conflict actually increases dopamine. And dopamine is a feel-good chemical that is released in your brain. You get it when you work out. You get it when you make love. It's dopamine. So your brain is even conflicted with this BS belief system. So conflict gives dopamine and certainty and identity. And the identity is I'm the good one, they're the problem. No. Y'all, come on. I'm so tired of this narrative. Can't we all just get along? And when this happens, people stay stuck arguing instead of evolving. That's all you see on here and every other where you go is people arguing. I'm so tired. Ain't y'all tired? What's up, Chris? Ain't y'all tired? No. If you ain't tired, you probably one of the ones addicted. That's why you keep going in them rooms. That's why you keep arguing back and forth. You are getting a hit of dopamine. So you stuck in that because you rather argue. You rather argue than evolve because you know what? Evolution takes work. Yeah, it take work. So healing is going to require you to be humble, for you to be self-reflective, and for you to let go of that victim narrative. And y'all scared of that. You scared to sit in the mirror and sit with yourself and be like, you know what? I really messed up. I was dead wrong. I told her to shut up. And now I'm mad because she arguing with me. Okay. Breathe. That's all I can say. Let's be honest. Some of y'all not ready for this kind of truth. You're not ready. If y'all was ready for it, my boxes would be filled just like all of them boxes that's filled with them people arguing. Y'all ain't ready. It's all right. I am. So I'm not going to give you all of this and not give you a resolution because that's what CBT is about. It's about giving resolutions. And that's what me here at Flame Your Love Space is about, giving resolutions. I'm not about to stay stuck in that. And I don't want anybody that follows me, that listens to what I have to say, that can understand what I have to say, to stay stuck in this war. We already fighting enough out here. I'm just saying. So you don't fight it with hashtags. You don't fight it with these dumbass debates that's going on here. You fight it with understanding and individual responsibility. Each person got to hold themselves accountable and take responsibility for their own behaviors, their own thoughts, their own trauma, and all of the things. Individual responsibility. Now, stop dating your trauma type, please. Can you please do that? Learn your attachment style. And this is stuff that some of y'all is even listening to this like, what's attachment style? If you don't know, look it up, okay? Because you don't know. If I was to ask the people coming in and out of here, or whoever gonna listen to this now, listen to this when I do it again later. If I asked you what your attachment style was, you would not know. I know you wouldn't. You wouldn't know. Because if you do, type it in the comments. Because I want to see if you know your attachment style. Heal your abandonment wounds. Some of y'all have it. Some of y'all don't. Take the meat and leave the bones, okay? Don't be talking about, I don't have abandonment wounds. Well, if you don't have abandonment wounds, then healing your abandonment wounds ain't for you. Communicate without accusation, okay? Some of y'all be like, oh, so you got a boyfriend now? You accusing somebody of doing something you don't even know what's going on. That's a wound. It's coming from a place, okay? Choose. Don't chase. Choose to love yourself first. When you choose to love yourself, hey, Sandy girl, welcome in. When you choose to love yourself first, it's going to be easier for you to go out and love somebody else. And for the love of everything sacred in this world, pump the brakes. Slow down. Why y'all moving so fast? Do you know there are billions of people in the world? You ain't got to snatch up the first person you see. When you rush into connection with unhealed patterns, you know what you're going to get? Recycled heartbreak over and over and over and over again. What's up, my love? Now, as I end this little live here about the gender wars that are not gender wars, they're wound wars, you know, I go on and tap my own screen. I appreciate my own self. I know that this information could be life-changing if you apply it to your life. I'm so sick of seeing us fight, y'all. We got enough to get over, okay? So, the enemy is not the melanated man. The enemy is not the melanated woman. The enemy is unhealed pain, unchecked ego, and unconscious behavior. You don't need to win the gender war. You need to, I'm not in it, so I'm just using we because I don't want y'all to think I'm just poking at y'all. There's a lot of people involved in this gender war, okay? You don't need to win. You're not in competition in your relationships. You need to outgrow it. That's it. That's all. If it's always men ain't blank or women always this, you're not speaking the truth. You're speaking from a place of hurt. And until you heal that, you're going to keep dating different faces with the same damn experience. That's what you're going to do. I'm just saying. I know sometimes y'all get mad and everybody cannot handle this level of the truth because you out here just too busy arguing for likes and for views. For what? You gaining likes and views, but where your relationship stands at? That's what I thought. So now the real question is, as I get ready to end this live, and thank you so much to everybody who has joined. Sandy, I see your beautiful face up there. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I appreciate it. As I end this today, I want you to sit with this. Here's the real question I want you to ask your whole grown ass self. Are you trying to be right? Or are you ready to be whole? Are you trying to be right or are you ready to be whole? Listen, y'all, my name is Deech Lynn. I am a certified cognitive behavioral therapy counselor and a certified neuro-linguistic programmer. All that means is I give you ways to change the way you think so you can have a different perspective that's going to offer you a different way to behave, that's going to offer you a different way to relate, and it's going to give you an opportunity to get you some, because if you arguing, you ain't getting none. I mean, unless that's your kink and you like to argue and then you go get it in. But that's not healthy either. That's another topic for another day. All right. My name is Deech Lynn. You guys, this has been another episode of Flame Your Love Space, where I teach you how to create better intimacy in your relationships so you can flame your love space. And by flame, I mean find love and make it exciting. I'm here to resolve some issues, not to keep being the problem. So learn how to love on yourself. Once you learn how to love on yourself, you will be able to go out and love other people. All right. I love y'all. Have a wonderful day. I appreciate everyone who stopped by. If you stayed, great. If you didn't, that's fine too. Come back another time. Maybe you can sit with me. Maybe you're going to tap the screen a little bit. You might even toss me a few gifts like Prince did. I don't know. It's fine. I want you to get the information. I really, honestly, I don't care about all them likes and stuff. If it's going to push me out so other people can see it and hear it, then yeah. But I'm here to do what I'm doing right now, is to give you a way to flame your love space. And with that note, I'll see you on the next round. Peace.